Everyone, hope you all are doing well. So in today's lecture we'll be talking about functions in Python. Okay, so I would like to inform you all that we have completed the basic part of the Python, where I have told you stuff that you need to know, such as if else statements, for loops, data types, what are lists, what are sets, dictionaries and all. Okay, now we'll be moving towards a little bit intermediary part, where you will be learning more about functions, lambda functions and much more. Okay, so I would not like to ruin your surprise. So anyways, let's start with functions in Python. So what are functions? So functions are just a block of code that are used, uh, that are executed, so not used, that are executed only when called. Okay, so like you have to do multiple operations on your code, such as like if you're building a calculator, right? Example, if you're building a calculator, right? So calculator does sum, division, subtraction, right? And also multiplication. We are making a very basic thing. Okay, and this is the only example that I can think of right now to explain what function do. Okay, so you have these particular four functionalities that you want to implement in your code, right? So how would you do that, right? Matlab, this is like functions are the stuff, like functions are used over here, like in these scenarios where multiple functionalities need to be implemented in your code, and all needs to be executed one at a time or whenever they are required. So like if I have a number, two numbers, and I want to add them, so I need a sum function, and I would be calling the sum function. Okay, so for starters I'll be talking about the syntax, like how you can start your function or how you can write your function. So first it starts with the def keyword, def, and then you need to type your function name. Okay, the function name can be anything, and there should be these braces, round brackets, then it should be ending with colon, and then all the code that needs to be executed should be here after a particular indentation. So as I suggested earlier, indentation should be of 4 spaces or 1 tab. Okay, so this is the syntax of your function. Okay, now like we'll discuss with this example in the end, when I will be telling you everything about the function and how to use them. Okay, now always remember the function starts with a def keyword, these function name should be here, right? And this is the part where you will write the code that needs to be executed. Okay, always make sure whenever you are writing a code that needs to be executed inside a function, it should be have an indentation of this, like 4 spaces, right? So it should not go anywhere, or else if there is any error in the indentation, it will give you syntax error automatically and your program execution will stop. Okay, now there are things called arguments or parameters. Okay, these both are like said that these are different stuff, like both of these are different terms, but they play exactly same roles only, so I consider them same. So what are arguments or parameters? Like variables, or I will say functionality, or executables that are passed in your function are called arguments or parameters. ठीक है, so I am writing it arg over here, this means arguments. Okay, so where do you pass these arguments? You have this function name like this function is there, and in these round brackets you will be passing your parameters. Okay, so I'll write a very basic function which I'll be which will be printing a value of a. Okay, so over here you will just type a variable name, okay, colon, and then I will return a. Okay, return a. Okay, and how will this function be called? So when this code block is written, you just need to call out this function like this, like call the function name over there and pass a parameter which you want to send. So over here I am just sending one parameter right now, which is a. So if I send 5 with this and I run this function, it will give me 5 as an answer. So if you want to check this in your own system, what you can do is you can write the function name and then print func name and pass along 5 with it. Okay, so you can do it like this, or what you can do is you can name any variable, like it can be a, it can be b or c, whatever. Okay, over here I'm just typing a name val and I'm passing a value 10. Okay, and when I will send this value of val in my func name, this will give me answer as 10. Okay, this will give me answer as 5. So whatever parameter you have mentioned over here in your function name does not considerably mean that you need to name this parameter over here as well. You can send whatever you want to send over here, but just make sure you send equal number of parameters in the function call over here which are mentioned over here. So like right now I have only mentioned a, so I am passing only one parameter. Okay, but if my function name had 3 parameters like this, def func name a b c, return a, and if I'm doing func name only I'm just doing this will give me an error, because I'm supposed to be passing 3 variables, but I'm only passing 1 variable. Okay, so this is about the arguments and variables passing. Now there's one thing as default params. Okay, so like over here I have mentioned 3 variables, but I'm only passing 1 variable, right? There can be multiple scenarios where I just have a need of getting 1 variable and rest of the variables are supposed to be either not required or default. Okay, so how I can introduce those is, this is my function name, I pass the variable a and then I pass a variable b and assign a value 10 over here, and then return a plus b. Okay, a plus b. Okay, now if I call func with value 10, this will give me answer 20. Okay, but if I pass a value as func 10 and 40, just pause the video and think for like few seconds what it will give and then resume the video. So if your answer is 50, then you are absolutely right. So what happens is a sets with the value when this function is called, the unpacking is done of the variable passed, so a gets assigned with the 10, and b, even though we have passed it as a default variable, but we can overwrite as per our need. Okay, so right over here we needed its b's value to be 40 instead of 10, so we passed 40 over here, and even though this is default, it will be changed to 40 and your answer will be 50. Okay, so this is how default variables work. Default parameters work. Now if you are thinking that you can only pass integer variables only, then you might be wrong. You can send any data type over here You can pass any data type as a parameter and perform action on it and just get the answer. Okay, so if I have my list as 1 2 3 4 5, okay, and I want to just, you know, uh, let's say find the square of all the numbers. Okay, so what I'll do is key I'll write a function def func name. I'll pass my list over here. So I am denoting L as a list, like in my previous videos as well. I have denoted list as L variable only, so don't be confused in it. Okay, so now what I'll do is key I'll initiate a new list with name A, and then I iterate over my for x in my list that I have passed as a parameter, and then I just need to append square of each number. So for x in L will, you know, iterate over this all these numbers one by one, and then I'm just appending square of x x into x in my A, and when this loop is done I will return the value A, and outside the function I just need to call my list. Okay, right? So you can store this value in a variable as well. Like if I do this, so the whatever the result I get from this function name will be stored in this value, and I can just do print val. Okay, and this will be printing the list of, like printing this list, which will be storing the square of all the numbers in my parameter list. Okay, so if I print this, so answer for this will be this list. Okay, you can like pause a video for some time and, you know, check by yourself as well, like perform all these functions, and you will know what I am, you know, trying to tell over here. And just follow this code only. This is very, you know, subtle code, and you can just type it on your own in your code editor. If you face any issues, please do comment and I'll help you with that. So yeah, I'll rest for now, because I think the video has gone too long and I have explained like more of functions as well. I think there will be one more video for this. Over there I'll be showing you how to pass multiple arguments as well using an asterisk sign, so stay tuned for that one. So yeah, till then, have a very nice day, and thanks for watching my video. Please do subscribe to my channel, and yeah, have a nice day. Bye.